Hi, good morning. Welcome to Ignite Your It Factor. This is day one of Ignite Your It Factor. This is a 3-part live series for actors that I am so excited to share with you. Okay, literally, it says the title at the top of my screen right now, and I was just like, oh my gosh, in the word factor is the word actor. And I just realized that and just had to share because that's what was going on in my mind just now. Okay, so if you don't know me, I'm Rachael Ferrera. I am an actor, a transformational speaker, and a spiritual teacher for actors. For the last several years, I've been working with actors and creatives to help them to level up their lives and their careers by really, truly learning like the real meaning of self-love, learning to love themselves, trust themselves, and follow their intuition. So I'm here to share with you, my dear actor friend, some of the tools that I have used in my own life and my own career, and that I have shared with my clients that have helped them to expand their lives, to enrich their careers, to tear jump, to do all of those things. And I'm sharing this from my heart because I want to, because I love you. I think actors are just so amazing. I think what we do is amazing. I think our ability to continue showing up is amazing. And I want you to be able to continue showing up in your power. So this live series is all about creating next level confidence for your auditions and your bookings, because I want you to be able to show up in the room as all that you are. And I know that this path and this career can sometimes have some tough moments. It can require resilience. And I want to give you some additional tools in your toolkit so that you can keep going, and so that this can actually feel fun, and so that when you find yourself in the rooms that you've been wanting to be in, on the sets you've been wanting to be on, that you feel truly like you belong there, like you're ready, like you can handle it, and like you're a freaking star, because you are. So take a deep breath with me. One more time, deep breath in. And let it go. Beautiful. So today, part one of this live series is really about owning who you are, what you have to offer, and owning your career so far, which is sometimes a tough one for people. So if any part of you feels like, I don't know, like, am I enough? Do I have what it takes? Do people see me? If there's any of that going on, like any part of you feels small about who you are, what you have to offer, what you have or have not done so far in your career, this is for you. It can be really easy to feel not enough. It might be like you feel like you don't have enough credits. You might feel like your representation isn't at a high enough tier. You might feel like there's just too much time between your bookings. Can I really call myself a working actor? Any of those things. So take a deep breath. Let it go. Yeah, I just have notes over here because I have so much to share with you today. So yeah, or if you feel like the work you've done so far doesn't match the level of the work that that you're capable of, sometimes it then feels like when people kind of want to know about you and what you've done, it's almost like a shrinking or like shame or like guilt even that can come up. And that does not create magnetic energy, right? And that's what this like Ignite Your It Factor is about. That It Factor is about that magnetism, that confidence, that magnetic energy. So if any part of you is like shrinking because of what you feel like you haven't done yet, or because you feel like you should be farther along in your career than you are right now, that does not create the magnetic energy. Okay. And so don't worry, I'm not just going to be like, like, okay, so you need to be more magnetic. Like, I'm going to give you tools to help to do that. And like, as we go, feel free, whether you're watching live or on the replay, to let me know if any of this like resonates with you. So feel free to comment along. All right, take a deep breath. Let it go. I know this is also coming up for a lot of people because we have been in a pandemic. And so there's like this feeling of lost time. So then it's like there might have already been a feeling of not being as far enough along as you wish you were by now in your career. And then it's like, then this pandemic hit. And so things kind of really did majorly halt for a minute. And, you know, things are coming back to varying degrees, like in varying degrees for different people, right? In terms of like how much work are you getting, how many auditions are coming, all of that. It's kind of like a wild spectrum right now. But there might be, I've heard a lot of people just feeling like, oh my gosh, like almost like there was all of this lost time. So now how am I ever going to get to where I wanted to be, right? So if that resonates with you, let me know. So take a deep breath here. Let's actually take like 3 deep breaths. So deep breath in, let it go. Deep breath in, just becoming really present exactly where and as we are, knowing it's actually perfect. Release. One more deep breath in, just opening to the infinite possibilities of this time we have together today and this week and this month. Release. Beautiful. Okay, and just continue breathing deeply and just notice for a moment if anything is already popping up for you in terms of something that you might feel like shame about or guilt about yourself or about your career so far. Something that's not not allowing you right now to be like, I am owning all that I am owning who I am as an actor, I am owning my acting career, I'm freaking amazing. Book me. I got it. You know, like anything, any energy that you feel like might be preventing that, any stories that are already coming up, just notice them, clock them, and feel free to share in the comments, because if you're feeling it, I bet that there's at least one other person, probably a lot more than one, who is also feeling the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to share a story because I feel like I just really want to communicate that so much of that magnetism, that it factor, which is really like magnetism, owning who we are, confidence, belief in ourselves. So much of that is about actually loving and accepting ourselves exactly where and as we are, not resisting any parts of ourselves or of our current circumstances, right? Loving and accepting ourselves as we are, where we are, and not resisting any aspects of ourselves or of our current circumstances. Take a deep breath. Let it go. I know that can be hard. We're just breathing. We're just breathing. So, resistance creates what? Tension, right? Resistance creates tension. Tension does not allow energy to flow. Energy is everything. We are energy. What creates forward motion, forward movement, momentum in our lives is energy first, free-flowing energy. So if we are stopping the flow of energy because we have resistance, we might not be able to move forward as quickly as we'd like to. Let me know how that's landing. Okay, so I just want to share a story about this because sometimes it's like, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be there. I want to be there. So I can't accept that I am here until I am there, right? I can't accept where I am until I am there. But it actually is preventing us from getting there. So let me share something. Okay, so a few years ago, I had a horrendous bout of chronic fatigue and chronic pain. This went on for like 18 plus months, and it was bad. It was like I could only function for like 3 hours a day. I had like 3 functional hours a day. And by functional, I mean I could like exert some amount of energy. That 3 hours included any time that it took to shower, to brush my teeth, to go to the fridge, to like, get some food out of the fridge and warm it up in the microwave. All of that counted as part of that 3 hours. Writing an email, replying to a text message, any of that was part of the 3 hours-ish of energy that I had for the day for like 18 months. So that was not very fun at the time, as you might imagine, and there was chronic pain happening as well. This happened not too long after like I had moved to LA. And it was very frustrating, as you might imagine. It was not the circumstances that I wanted to be in. It was really hard. I'm taking a breath. Because I just want to share this like in the purest, truest like way. It was really, really hard. It was really hard. It's like probably the hardest thing I have faced in my adult life were those 18 months. And during that time, I truly, truly wondered if I would like be able to do any of the things that I love again. I was still auditioning a little bit, but I was also like, if I book like a big job, how am I going to do that? Like, I won't be able to do it. And so it was really hard. And, there were tears. There were, I'd feel like go to the grocery store. There were like, a couple of times I'd be in the grocery store, like trying to get something. And literally my body would be like, we cannot take one more step. And I'd just be like doubled over on the cart at the grocery store. Like it was bad. It was really bad. Okay, so enough of that. You can imagine that wasn't great and wasn't where I wanted to be as a person who's incredibly creative, who like wants to be out in the world, like doing things like this, do acting, singing, being my multi-passionate, amazing self. And I was not making very much like forward momentum in terms of like my healing and shifting the situation, because I just was like, I don't want to be in this situation. And the big shift came when I finally said to myself, okay, this is where we are. If this was going to be the rest of my life, what would I need to make me happy? What would I need to be engaging with? What would I need to be doing for it to be a happy life? And in that was this like acceptance of the circumstances that I was in. I totally stopped resisting it. I'm just like, this is what it is. And from here, I can find peace. I can find happiness from exactly where I am. And so I made like a whole list of things that it's like, if I engaged with these things every day, that would bring more joy and peace and expansion into my life from where I was right then, right? And so I started doing those things. I was like, okay, this is my life right now. I accept this. I love myself from where I am. This is my life right now. I'm going to engage with these things. There are things on that list like drinking 50 ounces of water. There are things like create every day. Like even if it's for 5 minutes, create in some way. Give and receive was on that list. That was a big one, right? So there's like always something that we can do from where we are. Even if it doesn't seem like it. And it was amazing, you guys. Like I started engaging with those things every day and really, really had that acceptance. And then things started to shift. That was really the turning point for me in that journey of my health. And it's like answers started to come, new support started to come. An amazing practitioner came into my life in like this serendipitous, synchronistic way. And I really started to like get better and the fatigue started to subside. And it just was the major turning point. But the point of this is that turning point came when I accepted exactly where I was, instead of trying to resist it or trying to be like, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be there. How do I get there? It was like, this is where I am. I'm accepting where I am. What do I need from exactly where I am to feel happiness, joy, peace, love? How can I create that and cultivate that inside of myself, regardless of the external circumstances? This is huge in terms of magnetism. Okay. Let me know how that's resonating with you. Feel free to share in the comments. This applies in your acting career, because a lot of times it's like, I cannot stop until I get to there, whatever that there is for you. If it's booking a series regular, starring on Broadway, whatever it is, sometimes it's like, I cannot rest until I get there. Maybe it's finishing your pilot and getting it made. Maybe it's getting your pilot made, right? Who knows? For everyone it's a different, there's this there that it's when I get there, then I'll be happy, which is not how it works. Spoiler alert, not how it works. But it's no. Can you be happy now? How can you be happy now? And how can you be proud of where you are now? How can you be proud of who you are now? How can you be proud of what you have to offer now? How can you be proud of what you have to show for your work now? Right now. Not tomorrow, not 2 weeks from now, not a month from now, not when you book the thing. Now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Deep breath. Let it go. This can also show up as things that you just want to change about yourself altogether, right? So sometimes it's not far enough along, but sometimes the not enough feeling is I'm not interesting enough. I'm not unique enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not, maybe sometimes not enough actually shows up as too much, which is kind of weird. But the not enoughness, it can be I'm too loud. I'm too quiet. I'm too sensitive, right? So these are just examples of things that we're not accepting of ourselves and that are showing up as I don't feel enough, I don't feel worthy, or maybe I don't feel like I belong. I don't have enough credits. I don't belong in that room. All of those people have more credits than me. Why am I here? Can I do it? Can I handle it? All of those stories. Have you had those voices in your head before? Let me know. Okay, so I want to do a quick little exercise before we close out today, to help you with this. Okay, yeah, yes to all of this. Yeah, it's so real. It's so real. All right, so let's quiet those voices. But first we have to recognize them. All right, so come with me, my friend. Come with me, my dear, 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 amazing, fully capable star of an actor friend. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Take a breath. If you can do so safely, if you're not driving, if you're not operating heavy machinery, if you can do so safely, I invite you to close your eyes in this moment and let's just move through something quickly together. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Deep breath. And release. Ooh, you can place a hand on your heart if you want to, just being ever so loving, ever so gentle with yourself. Being here with yourself, loving yourself, noticing any feelings of not enoughness. What are the stories that come up for you? It might have been something that I've said today, or there might be something that kind of just plays over and over in the back of your mind. Maybe it comes in the form of a question like, can I do this? Do I have what it takes? Might be. This is something about let's start with something about you. You know, is there like I'm too sensitive? One of mine is too loud, too much. Too loud, too much. Ooh, I got a lot of that messaging as a child. Too hyper. So is there something for you that's showing up that you wish was different about yourself? Just notice. Sending love to that right now. Sending love to the place in you that feels like you want to be different. So I'm sending love right now to the space in me that has been told that she's too much, too loud, too hyper. Maybe it's like too bossy. Sending love there. Deep breath. Let it go. Now connecting with your career, your acting career, your creative career. Noticing any shame or even guilt that you might have about your career so far. Any feelings of not enough credits, not the right kinds of credits. You haven't worked with the types of collaborators that you want to. Maybe there was some sort of life circumstance that you had that got in the way for a while, that maybe kept you from moving forward. Like for me with the chronic fatigue, that really hit a pause button for me. I really had to come to a space of accepting that and releasing any feelings of lost time. You might feel that way because of the pandemic. You might feel like the pandemic put a pause. You might be having to grapple with the feeling of lost time in your career. Maybe it feels like there's just been too much time since your last booking. Maybe there was a role you really wanted that, like, maybe you were even like, you got called back. Maybe you were pinned, put on a veil. You were in the mix, you know, and you just like didn't get it. And maybe it like haunts you. Or maybe there's even a choice or a decision that you made in your career that, oh my God, like you wish if you could go back, like you would change it. You feel like you would make a different choice. So just notice if any of those are resonating with you, or notice what is coming up for you, something in your acting career that you are not yet fully accepting, that you have not been fully accepting, that you have not been able to just like own as part of the story. A moment in the story, a blip in the story, a part of what is leading to your next unfolding. Notice if there's guilt or shame, notice where is it showing up in your body. So for me, that feeling of lost time that I had for a while after the chronic fatigue that happened right before the pandemic, that lived like in my belly. Like, oh, like my solar plexus, like felt like, oh, like lost time. So whatever it is for you, just notice, like just observe, where does it live in your body? A lot of times it's in the heart space, but there's no right or wrong answer here. And wherever you find that it lives in your body, send love to that place in your body. And if you're not identifying a place, just notice anything you notice about it. Is there like the quality of the feeling? Just send love to the feeling then, right? So sending love to the body, sending love to that heart space or that solar plexus or wherever it is for you. Allowing yourself in this moment to receive healing energy that is being sent to you by me right now. What if you could release this shame or this guilt or this feeling of not enoughness, even 1% right now? Good. Deep breath. Now, allow to come into your mind. Just notice what comes up. Just connecting to your higher self. Ooh. Allow one thing to come up that you are proud of or grateful for in your acting career so far. This can be anything at all. One thing that you are grateful for or proud of that you have experienced or accomplished or engaged with in your acting career so far. There is at least one. I know it for sure, 100%. One thing. What did you do? Or what did you experience? Or what did you show up for? Bring that to your mind. Feel that energy. Where is that in your solar plexus? Ooh, I guess it's in my solar plexus. Where is that in you? And I feel like it can feel empowering. So a lot of times that might show up in the solar plexus. Feel this ownership. Feel the pride in whatever it is. Feel the gratitude. Feel the pride. Feel the ownership. And allow that feeling now to expand, amplify that feeling. What if that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of pride, that feeling of ownership, that feeling of like, yes, what if that could expand by 10 times, 10 times, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, just allowing the feeling to expand. I'm actually thinking about all of the amazing collaborators and friends that I've met along the way in my journey as an actor. It's like amazing. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. And then allowing that feeling of gratitude and just like that yes feeling to expand times 10. And then I start to feel brighter. So notice yourself start to feel brighter. And just imagine a golden light flowing through your body, washing over you, flowing through your body, filling you up until your body is just all this golden light. And golden light begins emanating from you, and you are radiating, you are glowing, you are radiating, you are glowing. You are a literal star. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Deep breath. Let it go. Deep breath, my friend. And release it. Amazing. How do you feel? Let me know in the comments, whether you're watching live or on the replay. How do you feel? What is one thing you are taking from this today? What are you taking from that exercise? What came up for you? Share in the comments. I'll be here for another couple minutes. I would love to hear from you. And I'll be back. If you're watching on the replay, I'll come check in on those comments as well. So feel free to share. Oh man, y'all, this is just the beginning. We have 2 more days of this week. It's going to be great. Tomorrow, tune in. Part 2 is going to be all about trust and presence, believing that everything in your career is unfolding in perfect timing. So again, if you feel any sense of like I'm behind, or like you just are feeling like you don't know how, come tomorrow. Trust and presence. Trust and presence. It's everything. It's the doorway to everything. Same time, same place, 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Instagram Live. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and share what came up for you during that exercise, or maybe even just like how you feel after that. Do you feel a little lighter? Is there any shift, like a 1% shift somewhere? Let me know. Okay, oh, I see. It's amazing. I'm sharing with my daughter in New York. Thank you for those blessings. You're so welcome. And thank you for sharing. Yeah, if this resonates with you, please share with a friend or someone or a loved one that you feel would benefit from this. The more the merrier. I want people to be able to experience this work. Next week. So we're here tomorrow and Thursday for more Ignite Your It Factor. Please come. Part 2 and Part 3. Tomorrow, Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Next week, I have something else for you. Next week, we're doing a free live workshop called 5 Ways to Activate Your Booking Superpowers. So, these are like short little spurts of time that we have together, but we're going to be diving in more to everything we're talking about during this live series and more during 5 Ways to Activate Your Booking Superpowers. This is going to be an amazing masterclass. It's going to be live on Zoom. It's totally free. All you have to do is register. The link is available in my bio now. So after you hop off of here, go to the link in my bio and register for that. Also, I want to invite you to participate, because with me, I'm going to, as soon as I hop off of here, I'm going to share in my stories a way for you to like share what came up for you today. I think it's really important for us to kind of like recognize the things we're proud of, the things that we're grateful for, and own them. And speaking them out loud or sharing them is incredibly powerful, and also helps other people it gives other people permission to own their own stories and their own journeys in their acting career so far, right? And feel gratitude and ownership and pride in their acting careers so far. So it can also do something for someone else to share. So I'm going to go to my stories. I have a graphic that I'm going to share where you can put, you can fill it out. You can like screenshot it, crop it, save it, and then put it in your stories and then type on top of it one thing that you are grateful for or proud of in your acting career so far. I'm going to share one as well in mine. So please, I would love for you to do that, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Tag me so that I can celebrate you, and you can hashtag it Ignite Your It Factor Live if you'd like to. I think that would be really awesome to just start to circulate this energy and start to kind of shift our perspective and shift the collective perspective around our acting careers and what we can be grateful for and what we have done so far, what we can own, right? So I would love for you to join me in that. Take a deep breath. Let it go. You can share one thing you're taking from today. Deep breath. Let it go. One more time. Deep breath. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining me. So your next steps, join me tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. Feel free to share with a friend if you feel like it would benefit them. Right now, as soon as we hop off, go to the link in my bio and register for the free masterclass next week, 5 Ways to Activate Your Booking Superpowers. It's going to be so good. And then hop over to my stories. Give me a second because I have to go like put it in my stories, but I'll share the graphic where you can screenshot it, save it, crop it, and then share it in your stories, fill it out, and share with me one thing that you are grateful for or proud of in your journey so far. I can't wait to celebrate you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. You are so amazing. Truly feel that in yourself. Just feel that in yourself. Ooh, I love it. This takeaway, where we are is exactly where we are meant to be. Yes, 110%. All right, so this replay will be up in just a minute. Go register for the workshop. Go to my stories. Do the share. And I will talk to you later. Thank you so much.